In this video, we're going to go through a simple routine for your feet and ankles that incorporates various aspects of strength, mobility, and elasticity. Now, this could be a great movement snack to do throughout the day, or it would be perfect as a warm-up for other activities like running, gym, or sports. So let's get stuck in. First up, we're going to be doing some rotating taps. So using a wall or a piece of dowel for balance, and you're trying to tap your pinky toes by rotating your feet out like that, and then tap the big toes by rotating your feet and ankles in. So we're getting into pronation and eversion. Pronation at the foot, eversion at the ankle with the big toe, tap here, and then the opposite, inversion at the ankle, supination of the foot relatively as we tap in both directions. Now, even if you're not getting the sort of perfect movement isolated there, even just attempting to do this as best you can is the aim. And over time, you're trying to make that more and more pronounced, where you're really getting onto that inside edge of the big toe, and then the opposite on the pinky toe. So really great way to activate a lot of muscles in the foot and also in the leg, and to train that ability of your feet to change shape, which is really important for their adaptability. Once you've done 1 minute of these, you can move on to the next one. Okay, next up, very similar, but this time we're doing rotating raises. So coming up into a calf raise and then lowering down while going into this inverted and supinated position. You can even touch your heels down and then coming back up and then doing the same in this pronated, everted position. So trying to achieve similar shapes as the last exercise with the rotating taps. This time we're just moving with the forefoot or through the forefoot instead of the heel. And this is going to activate a little bit more through the back of the leg in the calf, but we'll also get all of those other muscles, tibialis, peroneals, working as you work with this rotation. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. If you're finding that the pressure through the balls of your feet is a bit much with all your weight going through there, then you could put a folded up towel underneath you for some cushioning. And then over time, you can build up the resilience and load tolerance through the feet so that you can do it on whatever ground you're standing on. But even if you maintain some cushion, it's no biggie, because the main thing we're training here is that change in shape through the feet and ankles. And 1 minute of that, and you'll start feeling everything lighting up even more, and you can move on to the next exercise. Okay, next up we're doing some split squat raises. So coming into a split squat, which is basically like a lunge position, again, dowel or wall for balance. And then from here, you can see that you're getting some toe extension at the back, which is great. And then you're trying to raise up into a calf raise on the front leg. And you can see you get a little bit of this shakiness. That's very common. If you're able to, you can try and bring the knee further forward. That's going to increase the range of motion at the ankle, likely increase the shakiness. If you don't quite have that range of motion or the tolerance in the knee there, then you can just be more in this position, which will decrease the ankle range and also tend to decrease that shakiness. So seeking out some of that shakiness is fine and good and likely to improve over time. But if it's sort of disruptive, where you sort of can't even do the movement at all, then you might want to back off the range of motion. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side, going for nice, slow repetitions. You'll likely feel some stretch through this leg as well, which is good. We're getting a lot of bang for buck in this movement on the front leg, back leg, both feet and ankles. So once you've done 30 seconds on each side, you can move on. Next up, we're doing a penguin march. So this is where we're coming up onto one foot with the other one lifted up like this and then swapping. So we're not dropping the heels like that. We're just staying up and swapping like this. Again, if you're finding that it's a bit too much load through the forefoot, you could do this on a folded up towel. Maintaining this height as best you can. And you could even play with the pace. You could go faster. Trying to drive the foot and toe up as high as you can towards the ceiling with each swap. Going for a minute total. If you need to take a break within that minute, that's fine. But once you've done a minute total, you can move on to the next exercise. Okay, last up, we're doing a minute of pogo bounces. Now, you could start at this level where you're just touching the heel on the ground ever so slightly, not slamming into the ground like that, but just kissing the ground and trying to remain as bouncy as possible. If that's easy for you and if you've got the tolerance through your forefoot, you could start to bounce like this. And you're really trying to bounce off the ground rather than sort of jump off the ground with each one, like that. So if you're able to do this, keep that up. You could even go for alternating bounces like that. You could try and get as much height as you can. Or if just these forefoot contact the whole time with these heel bounces is for you, that's fine too. Whatever level you're working at, you can go for a minute, and then that wraps up our routine. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying these videos and getting value out of them, please do like and subscribe. That helps support our channel, and we put videos out just like this every week. And if you're looking for more structured programs and guidance from TFC pros and a supportive community, we do have our Explorer membership, which you can find out all the details about in the description below.